It's time now for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Central Arkansas's premier news talk program.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas, Southern Missouri. It is Tuesday, July 13th, 2021, 7 a.m. Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Morning. How are you?
I'm good.
Yep, me too. How about this weather?
Oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Where are we at, Alaska?
We're working our way around. We get the boxes. We can tell.
10 seconds in, I just had to get in there.
It's good he's so secure in his position. It's good that he has that confidence. That
How's
he's,
Henry Ford?
That's good.
Be sure to see David out at Ultimate Ford today, right?
Right.
What do you got for sale today?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I was out there yesterday.
I was there yesterday getting oil. It was like, really?
Where is everything?
Hello.
Literally have 4 new cars on the lot.
Ooh, you know,
4.
cool.
Well, one of them's not on the lot yet. It's still going through its little,
PDI.
PDI and all that, yeah. So.
I used to do PDI.
But
Pre-delivery
it's
inspection.
fine. Well, I mean, we've done great this year. For what's been going on, we really have.
Yeah.
It's going to be slow the next couple of months waiting for the new ones now that they have the chip.
That's it.
So we wait. Please hold.
And
They have tires and brakes and engines. They just don't have a computer chip.
There you go. Sitting in the parking lot.
Hey, go see David at Ultimate Ford today.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's okay.
Yeah, they can place an order.
Oh, yeah, we have 33 orders
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
And
33 from-
actually, we were talking about that yesterday, and then last night I saw a commercial for that saying, "Come in and get your order in,
Yeah.
so you'll be the first one in line
Exactly.
to get
You know, the
your new
dealers
vehicle."
used to have
That's
these
right.
brochures, and you could choose your options.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I've got a lot of the old stuff from my Chrysler clubs, and you can get the Dodge with a heater, and you can get. You had your choice of the 6-tube or 8-tube radio, like woo, you know. And you get to,
Oh, but
hey,
just
I got
just
the
being able to
8-tube
pick
radio in mine.
options that you just flat can't now. I mean,
Yeah.
now you
No.
get the package. You get the A, the B, or the C,
Sure.
and that's where you're at.
Yeah, and that's a little annoying, but it is the way it is.
Yeah. But
It
it-
just is. Yeah, is.
So go see David at Ultimate Ford today. There you go. Hey, we're enjoying Brewed Awakening Coffee here at the studio. You can do the same thing. Well, I mean, yeah, you can come to the studio if you want to. We're at 1226 Commerce Drive. Or you can go to any of the 3 locations to serve you the best coffee in town. Baxter Regional Medical Center's main lobby. Follow the COVID-19 guidelines there. And then, of course, you got Bomber Boulevard, 62 East Plaza. They have your mochas, lattes, frappuccinos. They've got pumpkin spice. I got a friend who works for Baxter. She loves pumpkin spice, even in the summertime.
Can they get it
Oh, yeah.
year round?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you bet. Yeah.
Anything that sells, if it sells, I mean, it's
Yeah.
I tell you what,
That's true.
Mike is going to, if you want it, Mike's going to find it. You
Yeah.
know, like Mike says, hey man, we are real coffee. I tell you what, he started out, he had a little coffee place right there across from Flashbacks on
Yeah.
62, and now he's got the 3 main
Yeah.
locations: Bomber Boulevard, 62 East Plaza by Anytime Fitness, and of course,
local
very
business,
ni-
local
oh,
business.
There you go.
Local
There you go.
business.
Very nice little coffee bar at Baxter Regional. Tell you what,
Yeah.
can't beat it. Brewed Awakening coffee, mochas, lattes, frappuccinos. They've got it all.
Yeah.
And then cinnamon rolls, muffins, scones, turnovers.
Yeah. My daughter, she worked at Starbucks, then left, and now she's back at Starbucks. But anyway, while she was away from Starbucks, because once you leave, you kind of don't go back there, she was going through Brewed Awakening. And one day she came home, she goes, she knew my order, and I've only been there like 4 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she remembered her.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's
like-
what Sam would
like-
say the same thing. Sam McMaster, who works with us, because he would go every morning dropping his daughter off to
His daughter,
school,
yeah.
and he'd be in line, and just to like let him know that okay, we know what you're gonna, and
yeah.
So by the time he got there, he's
Yeah,
got it
right.
and gone.
Yeah.
That's an
And
amazing. That's
awesome.
amazing. Man.
That's-
I mean,
yeah.
it's I tell you, Mike and his staff do a great job at all 3 locations. So be sure to visit Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. I tell you what, Mike and his staff do a great job.
You did good this morning. You cleaned the pot?
I don't know.
Oh,
Rinsed it out really good.
okay. That may not be a bad investment in time once in a while.
A little soap in that pot.
a little
Yeah,
brush maybe,
yeah,
just
put
kind
it
of
out
get
a
some of
little
the
bit, yeah.
extra acids out of there.
Check them out. Brewed Awakening Coffee is the very best coffee in town. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes, 29 in the state of Arkansas to serve you with 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. Here in town, you talk to Brad, Bruce, Charlotte, Chris, anyone there can help you, perhaps someone there that I have not met yet. And they're very caring, loving, understanding. So-and-so passed away. What do we do? Talk to Roller. pre-planning perhaps, maybe the passing of an elderly loved one, whatever it may be an accident, whatever it is, roller funerals. Western Tennessee and all of Arkansas, they know what to do. And they know how to handle that situation, because what do I do? What do I do?
And again, local family businesses that have grown into what they are now.
Yeah.
Because they have customer service.
That's true. Yeah. There you go. Roller Funeral Homes, with all due respect, just very caring, loving, understanding people. Just amazing. Went through it with Mom 3 years ago. And I said, here's the papers, here's what I need. It was done.
Yep.
And couldn't have been better. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect, 29 in the state of Arkansas, 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. And like I say, pre-planning or whatever it may be, Roller Funeral Homes all across the state of Arkansas. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes, let's pause now for our morning prayer. Heavenly Father, in our current society, a criminal caught in the act of breaking the law becomes the good guy and the police becomes the bad guys, all because of a liberal, out-of-control media news reporting system. Crime or law breaking is just that, also called illegal. But let's review the 10 Commandments, or just a couple. Thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery. If we just obeyed these 3, the courts in this country would be empty. Lord, the police enforce the law. The criminal doesn't abide by the law, but stupid people get it backwards. So, Lord, I pray for the stupid people that they'll understand the truth. I pray you bless our police, protect them, but heal our nation as well. It's my prayer today. Amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes.
Yes, sir.
Who's going to do the...
He is. That's his job.
Was
it like a big...
Morning weather brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zadora for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. The website retire2arkansas.net. And we can take a peek at the White River.
Beautiful.
Very nice. Very nice.
The cameras in Marion County, Arkansas, looking into Baxter County and Cotter, Arkansas. The 62-412 bridge on the left side of the screen. You see the little baseball park, railroad museum there in the clearing. And, of course, the beautiful White River separating the 2 counties of Baxter and Marion. You can go to retire2arkansas.net all throughout the day. This is a live webcam. And if David will wiggle that mouse a little bit, you'll see the camera icon in the lower right-hand side of the screen. You can take pictures all throughout the day. A still frame of the pictures, of the video, I should say. And share it with family and friends, or save it to your desktop or screensaver. And thunderstorms are fun to watch right there. And how many fireworks displays did you see?
Yeah, well, you could see them. There was a bunch of fireworks out there.
Right.
You could see them all the way from Bull Shoals all the way around. Yeah.
Right. Well, Bob, while they're at Retired Arkansas, they can check out all the listings with the Z-Team and Century 21 and all the MLS numbers.
Everything on the MLS is on our website. You can find the 152 houses that are on there, and with property, there's parcels of land, commercial opportunities. There's some great commercial opportunities that,
really?
And we're seeing more of that. People coming and buying a commercial building, maybe, and it may have been something else. They're going to make it theirs, as all real estate is, and that's what we're seeing. A lot of that. I mean, you're seeing a lot of new construction, but you're seeing buildings getting repurposed, and that's what we need to do. We can't, we've got some bigger buildings that need to be filled. So there's some great opportunities.
Right. Yep.
The Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zador for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Retire2arkansas.net. Realtors you'd recommend to a friend. Morning weather brought to you by the Z-Team. Right now, this is July, right? 64 degrees in Mountain Home. 64. Love it. 63 in Harrison, 67 at Batesville, 65 at Yellow, 63 at Marshall, 65 in Salem, 63 at Mountain View, 65 at West Plains and around the region. Springfield at 64, Poplar Bluff, Missouri at 69. St. Louis is the hot spot at 70. And in contrast, 52 degrees at Watford City, North Dakota. I got 2 boys working up there welding some pipe today. 52 up there. Wow. They said the wind is still chilly up there.
Oh. Yeah, I bet.
They said it's still a bit chilly. The national radar, we got scattered showers all throughout the United States. We'll start in the southwest part of the country. A little bit in southern California, just southeast of Las Vegas, to the north and the west and northwest of Flagstaff, Arizona. Shower activity from basically Cheyenne, Wyoming, up into Pierre, South Dakota, Great Falls, Montana. Weather been cooking up there.
Yeah.
Idaho, Montana, 100, 110. Wow.
Really?
Up in the deserts up there, yeah.
It's just really hot up there. Yeah. Then we have some shower activity at the Great Lakes area, the northern part of Lake Michigan, And scattered showers throughout northern Illinois, around Cincinnati, Ohio, all the way back up into the New England area. Zoom in on Arkansas and see what we can find in Arkansas. I don't think we're going to find anything going on.
No.
And we're in pretty good shape here. Highway 62, 412 east and west is dry. 65, Little Rock to Branson. Little Rock, Searcy, Batesville, Pocahontas on Highway 67, 167 in good shape there. Your interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, 555, 530 in Arkansas in good shape. See shower activity around Jackson, Mississippi, over to Lawrenceburg, down into northeast Mississippi. It's not really affecting I-40 east out of Memphis. It will, a little bit around Jackson, but not too bad over there. So moving on up into Missouri, Poplar Bluff, Missouri on Highway 160 and 60 west, going to Branson and Springfield in good shape. Highway 67 to St. Louis, no problems there. See Highway 65, Springfield, Missouri, north on up towards Interstate 70. Your interstates 35, 49, 44, 70, and 55 in St. Louis, southern Illinois, East St. Louis, Illinois, east on 64, no problems there. I-57 south to Cairo. A little bit of shower activity at I-24 at Paducah, Kentucky. Overall, not too bad.
Nope.
See what we got. No watches or warnings for Arkansas or Missouri other than a little bit of a flood watch box in north central Missouri, and that's the leftover from the showers that came through. For today, we got 87 degrees today, 91 tomorrow, 92 on Thursday, with showers moving in on Thursday night and Friday. We're only up to a 20, 50, and 70% chance through those days. Checking iDrive Arkansas. No accidents showing up. There's some maintenance items going on there. And traffic seems to be moving good in Memphis, Little Rock, Texarkana, Fort Smith, Rogers, and northwest Arkansas. Taking a look at the city of Mountain Home. Cardinal Drive. This is a little bit slow today. A little bit of traffic. We're looking east of town. You see Century 21 Lemac Real Estate right here, and minimum amount, but bright sunshiny day out there looking east in the town. We'll take a look at Highway 5 North Junction and let that refresh itself. A little bit of traffic there, a little bit of cloud cover there to the west, and you see the Highway 5 201 junction there. They're still working on Highway 5, so give RDOT, Arkansas Department of Transportation, a break. Slow down, slow down.
But where it's done, it's nice.
Oh, I bet it is.
It's
I
nice.
went down Highway 5 south
Yeah.
the other day, and I called Nelda. I said, we got to slow that traffic down. There's people pulling through there, and those guys are going to get hurt. We got to be careful around these construction zones, so slow it down a little bit. I'll tell you what.
Yes, sir.
Taking a look at Club Boulevard, looking down the hill. This is my favorite shot right here. This is really pretty. Look at the cloud bank back in here. You see Baxter Regional in the mountains. You see Clay Maxey Chevrolet on the right-hand side. Minimum amount of traffic at this time on the east side of Mountain Home. Taking a look at Missouri, there's a lot of construction and some maintenance items going on. No flood, no county roads that are flooded right now, so traveling in Missouri is pretty good as well. Norfolk Lake is 570.03, 18 feet above 552, while Bull Shoals is 685.59, 26.5 feet above the full pool. Current pollen index for all our allergy sufferers today, 3.7 today, 4.4 tomorrow, with grasses and plankton being your culprits. Crude oil prices, ooh, ouch, sting, 74.22. I sure like that minus 18 we had last October. Ooh, man.
That's not coming back,
Yeah.
buddy.
Not until the
Not,
next election.
not at least for the next 4 years, anyway.
2024, dude.
Yeah.
Right.
Dow Jones Industrial Average was up another 126 points, closed at 34,996.18. Don't forget about the Dream Network. Marlo Lucas is the CEO, friend of mine in Springfield, Missouri. They help women and children in desperate situations. And their vision to be a voice for children, connecting them with resources to help them realize their gifts and pursue their God-given dreams. Every child deserves a dream. Mission is to provide love, support, and necessities to children in need. Go to thedreamnetwork.org, hit the donate button if you can help them financially.
And I've got, on Friday, the movie at Cotter, under the bridge. It's a great venue. I went there to see how the whole thing was laid out. But we're sponsoring Minions, and they have a contest. If you have Minion outfits on, you can win a prize. And we've got some give-outs. So Friday night, Cotter, you can probably find it on Linda's Facebook page and or Cotter's Facebook page. And
Would be lovely.
come Friday, Cotter Minions.
Cool.
Yeah, bring the
cool.
kids, bring cheers. It was really
it
a cool
is.
thing. I mean,
Yeah.
and you're sitting there. It's like you're under the bridge and
Yeah.
stuff. It's like that's pretty cool. It
yeah.
really was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And don't you know it's going to be a nice Friday night along that river?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
So
Anyway,
come see us Friday. For Minions. So put that down too. So when I'm not here the rest of the week,
Okay.
we'll hit those. Well, I want
PSA.
people to come. We're
There you go. You bet.
Sure.
Time for a break. Be right back.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home. Get the only mower with suspension technology at Mower Warehouse in Mountain Home, where they accept mower trade-ins, have flexible financing options, and services all brands and models. That's Mower Warehouse, located on Buzzard Roost in Mountain Home.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
Hi, it's Bob Zadora, the Z Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. As you know, we are all facing some unusual times. Be calm. Be smart. The business world of real estate will continue. We may have some delays and some changes that are out of our control, but life will go on, and this too will pass. Give thanks for this wonderful country that we live in. Give thanks for the neighbors that we share. If there's anything we can do to give you a hand, give us a call. 870-405-0793. And check out our website, retiredtoarkansas.net.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
So there I was, naked as a jaybird in the shower with soap in my hair and eyes when I lost water pressure down to a dribble. I immediately grabbed my towel and dialed up Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service. Jake came right over and fixed my water pressure. Now I can take my showers with confidence. Just call Jake.
For all your sales and pump needs, just call Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service, 870-431-5445. He offers high-quality stay-right products.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire Barbershop today, a unique gentleman's barbershop. Get back in style with 2 experienced licensed barbers who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and are happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 1041 Highland Circle, Suite 55 in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today. It's my pleasure to introduce the Honorable Gunnar DeLay, Judge of the Sebastian County Circuit Judge. I head at 12th Judicial District. Of course, with Bob Zador. Bruce Emerson's over here. He's going to voice track. We're kind of running out of cameras.
Well, let's see. Here he
There's
is.
Bruce.
Hey, good morning,
Bruce gets
everybody.
a full shot.
There you go. Hey, I'm here. Present and accounted for. I got some of that 90 weight going on. Hey, we're good. We're good.
Well, I want to point out that the Honorable Gunnar DeLay is a judge running for Supreme Court. He took the time to come to Mountain Home.
Thank you, sir.
Always a good trip up here.
It's
In fact, I enjoyed the nice, cool weather when I hit the city limits.
Yeah, oh yeah.
A lot better than it is down in the River Valley.
I bet.
It's a nice drive.
It is beautiful. Yeah.
Because we go to Fort Smith, so let's go for lunch someplace, and you can take the drive, and it's not that bad.
That's right. It's going through the mountains and then crossing the White River. It doesn't get any better than that.
Yes, sir.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. Running for Supreme Court, that's a 75 county campaign.
It is. I'm no stranger to politics. I got my start politically way back in 1994 when I was 31 years old, and ran for the Arkansas House. And I was part of that. I guess the red wave, the contract with America.
Yeah, that's right.
And was swept into office in that era. I served 2 terms in the House and 1 in the Senate. And had an unsuccessful bid for Congress. That would have been
for 3.
Yes,
Yep.
and John Bozeman beat me in a runoff.
Son of a gun.
Yes, and he's gone on.
Well, if you're going to get beat
Yes.
by somebody, that's a good guy to get beat
by the guy that's going to win it all.
That's right.
So he's gone on to bigger and better things. After I got out of the legislature, I went back to private practice, and then in 2007. Governor Huckabee appointed me as prosecuting attorney for Sebastian County. That was a 2-year term to fill out. We had a local prosecutor that got appointed as judge, and so I filled out the rest of his term, and that was good service. I really enjoyed that, and it was a lot different than what I was accustomed to. But got some interesting cases, and then in 2018, I was appointed to the bench by Asa Hutchinson. And I've been serving in that capacity since then.
So this current position was appointed by the governor?
Well, it was. And
2018,
then, it's kind of an interesting journey. In 2018, we had a retiring district judge, and he appointed me to fill that position. And then the next legislative term, they created a new circuit judgeship.
Because it was getting so busy,
That's
they needed
right.
to break
The
some of these up. Right, the caseloads were getting so high.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm known for asking the dumb questions for people that are afraid to ask dumb questions.
And damn proud of it, too.
District court and circuit court.
Yes.
You know, well, you need to vote for this guy for district. You need to vote for him for circuit court. What's it mean?
I agree, it does get confusing. District court is what used to be the old municipal judges. Those were the city judges. And the kind of cases that district court judges hear would be anything from traffic offenses to low-level
Mostly
misdemeanors, shoplifting, public intoxication, DWI cases. And then we also hear preliminary hearings on felony cases. And the purpose of those is to determine whether there's probable cause. Yes. So, but now, you know, after Amendment 80, they got rid of municipal judgeships and these became district judges. And then, of course, circuit judges hear felony cases, serious civil suits, family law matters, juvenile cases, and probate.
They cover bigger areas.
A lot bigger areas.
Oh, they're overseeing, as it were, the appeals from the other ones, and they're able to take, like I said, the felonies and things like
That's
that.
right. Appeals from district court go directly to circuit court.
Yeah.
Interesting. I forgot all about what'd you call it before district? It was what? Municipal?
It was municipal, yes.
And when did that change?
We passed Amendment 80, I think, in the year 2000. And that completely redid the judicial system in the state of Arkansas. We used to have what was called separate courts of chancery and circuit. So you had chancery judges.
Chancery court. I remember that. Yeah.
And those were the civil things.
Well, they were. They were primarily divorce cases and probate. You know, would be heard in the chancery court. We were one of the few remaining states in the country that were still doing that. And so they merged everything under one title. So now everybody does a little bit of everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
And now the courts are busy.
Busy. You're right.
Yeah. And so now it's the next logical step. You have the opportunity to run for the Supreme Court spot. These are, 8-year positions?
They are. They're 8-year terms. And, of course, you run statewide.
Right.
And the job description is a little bit different than a circuit judge. You're hearing appeals on matters from everything from election contests to death penalty cases, life imprisonment cases.
So it's more than a little bit different. It's a pretty big step to go to the Supreme Court.
That's right.
Right. When you're going to have people's lives, literally lives in your hands, and you're overseeing the whole state. So when you've been in 12, where you are, you're kind of used to that area and those people and stuff. So now to be able to deal with people throughout the state with your other justices helping you make the decisions and you helping them. That's going to be a big deal, and that's good. That's what we need. We need good people up there making good, informed decisions.
Judge, we don't hear a whole lot of campaigns for Supreme Court in the state of Arkansas. You just mentioned that it was an 8-year term. Is this a term limited type position? We don't hear a whole lot. Yeah, it shows up on the ballot. We go in, we vote for Gunnar DeLay, and everything's well. But how many terms does a Supreme Court justice serve?
Well, there is not term limits per se. However, in the state of Arkansas, once a judge or justice turns 70 years old, if they continue to seek office, they lose their judicial retirement. In other words, you can still draw a salary, but if you decide to go on the ballot past your 70th birthday, you forfeit that.
Lose your pension.
So that is a good incentive for judges.
It's good.
I could see. I like that. I could see that at the U.S.
I think that happened to Justice Hart. That's why Barbara Webb took that spot.
Yeah.
I think that's right. And so as long as you don't turn 70 before the election, you can continue on. So if you're 69 before the election, then you're still allowed to serve that. Yeah, that's right. You can still serve an 8-year term. But so term limits per se is not in there, but it's de facto term limits.
I could see this being effective in D.C. I mean, hey.
Well, that's what the Democrats want to do right now. So they're going to have to work the logistics of that out.
Sure. Why not?
The judges, the Supreme Court justices don't run on a political platform. It's a nonpartisan election.
That is correct. That was another one of the big changes that came in with Amendment 80.
Yeah, because they used to run.
Historically, you ran party affiliated.
And see, I don't know if I like that because I want to know where my judges stand.
Well, honestly, now we are in a minority of states that run their judges nonpartisan. There's still most of the judges across the country run affiliated. So, that may be something that changes going forward. I don't know, but I hear that commonly, even since I've announced for office, that's the first thing people want to know. Sure. What party are you affiliated with? Because that conveys some degree of information to the voters, especially in judicial races, because the ethics preclude you can't tell people how I would rule on a particular issue.
Right.
So they're trying to get information to make an informed decision, and that's the first thing they want to know.
Sure. But I think that if they're paying any attention at all, they're going to know that it's not, because it's not necessarily Democrat and Republican. It's more conservative and liberal.
Right.
Correct.
And that's the more important thing than the party label.
That's right.
It's what is your philosophy.
On the court or the conservative judges on the court.
Exactly.
You don't hear RRDs.
Right.
Right. But you did notice what color my shirt is today.
It's funny because I was going to do the same thing, but I said, no, I wore red yesterday, so I didn't want to wear it back to back. But when we see that, and we've seen that that other entities that come in to campaign for the judges, different monies that come in and take out ads and television ads and radio, TV, those types of things, you can tell what judges are which by who's backing them and the types of commercials that go out.
Right. Well, yeah, the prohibition is only on the candidate and the people that work within his campaign. But certainly any outsider that pays attention and mentions your background or how in what capacity you served and things of that nature, yes, they're absolutely free, and there's nothing wrong or unethical about that.
Right, because we couldn't say that you're running as a Republican, but we could say that you were a Republican representative in the House and a Republican representative in the Senate.
It's part of the history.
That's part of the history. That's right. That's just part of your backstory. Well, but that's okay. So there's ways. There's ways.
And even when we announced, there was an article written by the Arkansas Times, who's never been a huge fan of mine. Yeah. But Max Brantley.
That explains it all.
The headline was, another Republican runs for office, and he went into my whole legislative history. Well, I mean,
you should have said thanks, Max.
Yeah. Max was doing what, the candidate himself can't do. But yeah, I think the point was that, everybody should be looking into everybody's background. The voters should know, hey, is this person served in public office, and in what capacity, and what did they do, and what did they stand for? And so I think, if people do that in my case, they'll find a very conservative track record.
One thing I want to bring up, what Bruce had mentioned before, is we go to the ballot. Oh, Judge who? Oh, well, he sounds like a good guy, and you hit the X. I think this is, we're going to vote for governor, we're going to vote for lieutenant governor. This race right here is just as important.
In a lot of ways, it's more important.
More important.
Because it's a longer lasting
yeah.
effect.
And so, well,
this will be a primary.
Right.
This is because it is a nonpartisan or other. I don't remember how they list that on the ballot now, but your race, Judge, is going to be nonpartisan. So the voter goes in. It doesn't matter if he's an R, a D, or an O. Your name is going to be on that ballot. So your race will be decided in the primary.
In the primaries, that's right.
It's a primary race.
And Bruce, that's so important how you worded that, because if you go in the primary, which ballot do you want? You want independent, Democrat, or Republican? Okay, so if you're Democrat, you get the D, but Judge DeLay's name is going to be on there because the judicial is in the primary, and it doesn't matter which way you're voting partisan.
Because it is nonpartisan, and that's the reason why it's done that way, a primary. But and not just the Supreme Court, all the municipalities, and the local judges, and all that. They're all nonpartisan, and they will be. It's so important to get registered and get ready and get prepared, as you said, Judge. Know who you're voting for, know the background, know the history, know what's going on, because the primary is so important.
Yeah. Well, going back to your point about the importance of the judicial races, one of the things that we've said in our announcement was the courts are really the last line of defense for protecting the rights of the people.
Yeah.
And, people get real excited about the governor's race and legislative races, but, those things they pass will eventually, some of them will work their way through and be presented to the high court as to whether they're constitutional or, are trying to be struck down on any other grounds. And it's the courts that will decide that question.
That's right.
And I think people, especially during the Trump era, became a little more in tune with that being important. All of a sudden the Supreme Court justice appointments were critically important to people, and it mattered in terms of how they voted. And now I think we're seeing that at the state level.
Yeah.
In terms of, because there's probably a lot of legislation that got passed in this last session that's going to wind its way through the court system and eventually be presented to the high court.
Wow.
Yep. And I think that some of that's done almost intentionally. I don't know where you're at for time on this.
About a minute and a half. We'll take a break. Yeah, go ahead.
That some of the stuff that gets passed, they know that, okay, well, I can go back and tell my constituents, I voted for this, knowing that it's going to get struck down in the court system.
It could be
going forward. So I think that sometimes they use the courts as a little leverage for them to kind of smooth things out, knowing we voted for this, it was kind of far out there and it passed, but we know that the court's going to come back and say, hold it, come back here. Reel him in a little bit. There's a little thing
called the Constitution.
That's right.
Those are the rules we all have to play.
You guys can pass whatever you want, but you still got to pass muster.
That's right.
That's right.
He's coming up on 7:34. We're visiting with the Honorable Gunnar DeLay, running for state Supreme Court, the statewide race. We're going to take a quick break and discuss some more things with him right after this.
Think about Hospice of the Ozarks. It's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
And we're back visiting with the Honorable Judge Gunnar DeLay, also a candidate for State Supreme Court. Whew, I don't know if you 75 counties. I tell you what, though, you're going to see the best people in the world.
Yes,
amen.
And I tell you what, when you start from Mountain Home East, you're going to go from Salem to Corning to Paragould to Batesville, Jonesboro. One of the congressional races, I think I called Rick Crawford, somebody. Something in my mouth. Soybean crop one time yielded 103 bushels an acre. And we called them, if you get 90 bushels, and this 2 farms over there, and Bruce can relate because he runs turkeys over here at Piatt, Arkansas, but agriculture, huge. And to get 103 bushels, so what I'm seeing is the diversity. You go to southwest Arkansas, Hot Springs area, and then go to Clay County, then go to Batesville. Little Rock's totally different. Fort Smith, Fayetteville, totally different. All the great people you can meet.
I couldn't agree. I think that's one of the fantastic things about the state of Arkansas is that
the diversity.
As you travel, you
working class
you get so
America.
used to your little corner of the world,
Sure.
you forget that we've just got everything from the Delta farmland to the hill country and then
Forestry.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
And even when you go up into northwest Arkansas in Benton County where, Walmart headquarters is, that is now, it's not the rural community it was when I attended the University of Arkansas. It's turning into a big city.
Oh, yeah.
So
because they all kind of run together up there coming down.
At two-county city, basically.
Yeah,
It
right.
really
Right.
is.
Yeah.
It is
From
seamless,
Bella
but
Vista all the way down to South Fayetteville, it's just all one big
all the different
conglomerate.
flavors, I think, make Arkansas really unique and a fun place to campaign. And you're right. So many great people of all walks of life.
And I think the candidates have helped. And Justice Sean Womack was one. He talked about just the diversity from southwest to northeast, northwest to southeast.
And that's an important part of it. We talked about being able to. That you are doing all 75 is different than just being in your district, and
yes, it is.
That diversity is an important thing, but it shows the importance of having good, right-thinking judges on these courts that make decisions for everybody, and because that's kind of a universal theme that we have.
Yes.
And you would mention. Go ahead, Bruce.
That and capitalizing on what you just said, not only in D.C. we see it, and we off air we were talking about the 7th Judicial and the 9th Judicial and how far out in left field they are, but judicial activism is a thorn in the flesh, I think, for everyone. Can you elaborate just a little bit on the judicial activism that we see in the state of have seen, but I think it's kind of winding itself down now with the past elections that we've had. But touch on that, if you would, please. Judicial activism.
That's a great question, and I think attorneys and judges have to be careful, because many times we assume that when we throw phrases out like that people understand exactly what we're talking about. You know, if you say, I am for judicial restraint and I think we need to step away from activist judges, people think, well, I want an active judge. I want somebody that's going to be in there working.
I want somebody who shows up in the morning. Yeah,
that's right, punching the clock. And so what we're really talking about is the mindset that judges will basically act as the super legislature, that they'll fill in the cracks and apply their own political perspective to cases that may come from the court or come up to the court. Let me give you a good example. A month ago, I heard a case that was a Freedom of Information case. And under the Freedom of Information Act, when somebody requests records, the governmental entity that gets that request has 3 days to respond. And if you don't, that is a violation of FOIA. Well, there's an interesting part of the law that I think the legislature just neglected, and that is, what happens if the record that you've requested doesn't exist? For instance, if someone says, I would like a copy of the report of everybody that complains to City Hall about the Parks Department not cutting the grass at the local park. Well, the city said, they go, well, we don't keep track of that. There's nothing in the law that requires them to respond back to the requesting party. So the other party doesn't know, am I just being ignored or what's going on? And we had that kind of come up in a case that was very similar to that. And the party that filed the suit said, well, Your Honor, we think it's implied that they still have 3 days to respond. And I said, I think that's what the law should be, but I'm not the legislature. I've got to apply the law as it's written, exactly. And it's not addressed, and that's a great concern and a great point, but I'm not gonna write the law for them. So that's just kind of a for instance of what it means. That's what we're talking about, judicial activism, and it happens in so many other cases. Let me give you another example. In Arkansas, we've had many things where we have initiated acts, which is wonderful. The people can go out and get signatures and put measures on the ballot to be voted on by the people. And the high court's gotten in the habit of kicking a good many of those off. And they run under the guise that, well, it's a confusing ballot title. And certainly if it is, then I get that. But it shouldn't be the court basically rejecting propositions because they don't find them tasteful or to their liking, and then using that as the escape hatch. So I think that we've got to be really careful that if people have gone through the process and have gotten the signatures to get a measure on the ballot, if it's not confusing, then let's let the people vote.
Kind of circumvents the whole government by the people concept, doesn't it?
It does.
But shouldn't it also be right that if the proposal is unicorns and rainbows for everyone, but in fact the bill reads that we're going to come in and take all your guns away and ship all your kids off to some foreign country? I think that there has to be a balance between what's on the title and what's in it. And I think that those are the ones that they've been throwing out. It's the ordinance is to do something that isn't necessarily what the body
and that is
says.
perfectly legitimate. And the only I guess the area I'm saying we should exercise caution in is when it is plainly stated. And we need to make sure that we allow the people to vote if they've crossed all the T's and dotted all the I's and followed the letter of the law in terms of having things voted on. But back to the original premise about judicial activism, it's that mentality, kind of an elitist mentality, that we're going to substitute our judgment for that of the legislature. And sometimes you just have to say, yes, there's a hole in the law, and the elected representatives of the people have to address it.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very good.
Wow. Hey, I finally got Facebook to work over here. Let's take a look before we take a break. Gunner delay for Supreme Court. And let's navigate through it real quick. How can we raise some money? Because campaigns are really inexpensive, aren't they?
Well, judicial races are a little bit novel in that we cannot raise money until 180 days out from the election.
Oh, that's right.
And so the election
is that only for judicial?
Yeah.
Only for judicial.
It should be for all of them, because then they wouldn't be campaigning for 2 years.
Right, exactly. The day you get sworn in.
Yeah.
Hey now.
You go from this to this.
I'm running for re-election.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
So
you
what
can't
kind of
do
time
that
frame is
until,
that?
What, December?
Yeah, it'd be late November
Late
before
November.
judicial candidates can start raising money. Now, obviously people have reached out and want to know how to contribute. We certainly tell them, this is our finance person, but you're going to have to wait until that
But see, now already,
point in
and
time.
we know that Leslie Rutledge and Sarah Huckabee Sanders, they're raising money now.
Mm-hmm. That's
And that's a long way off. So why do we handicap the judges?
Well, I think
I agree with him. Everybody should be on that same page.
Everybody plays on the same.
Yeah, they should.
I don't, to me, that's an interesting proposal. I hadn't really thought about that. But I think the idea is that, at least within judiciary, it's kind of a seedy look, if you will, of, judges with, trying to raise money. And I think they realize it's a necessary evil, but they try to condense it as short and as possible.
Yeah, good answer. Yeah.
But still,
So how do you on your Facebook page? Is there a way, I guess, to get a hold of you to donate when you can?
Well, you can certainly message us through Facebook, and a lot of people are doing that in terms of wanting yard signs and volunteering and things like that. And we can give you the information. This is our finance person and the mailing address and all that. But we do want to, with that caveat of please don't.
And they'll be calling you November 31st. So
yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Good.
But I'm glad you did mention the Facebook page, because I really want to invite everybody to look at our.
That's how I found out about it. Seriously, I mean, I was going through. How do I remember that? Because I remembered your name, because I've been involved with the state legislature since about 1988, I guess. And I thought, so I called Nelda Speaks, and I called Justice Womack, and I called a few people, and some in Batesville and some in Searcy, and dude, okay. And then I invited you on the show. That's how I found you.
Well, that's good to know. That means it's working.
It's working. And
But
here we are.
our Facebook page is a little bit unique. I think some people kind of make a scrapbook out of it for their campaign. Our idea is we really wanted to turn it into a public forum. And I think one of the biggest challenges our country's facing right now is anti-intellectualism. There is a movement to stop freedom of debate and the free exchange of ideas.
Exactly
and especially on our college campuses. In fact, yesterday I posted a video on that very issue. And so one of the things that we want to encourage in our Facebook page is, hey, we throw out every week a question of the week. And we've asked what people think about partisan election of judges. We've asked how many Supreme Court justices we should have at the federal level. We've asked what matters most, experience or values, and we'll have another one this week. But we're inviting people to come in, join, share your opinions. Let's do it respectfully.
Yeah.
But let's allow the free flow of ideas. And I think I hear that constantly is people want to be able to express themselves, and especially on college campuses where these professors are just bullying students.
You're just getting canceled.
And
that's it.
That's
and you're
right.
done.
It's based strictly on content, which
exactly.
That's a big no-no. If it's content-based restrictions, that's almost a per se violation of the First Amendment. So we are going to give people an open forum to share their opinion on all matters. And we've also started dropping some videos on just constitutional matters. Last week, we started out talking about really what kind of cases that the High Court hears, and then our next video was on the First Amendment prohibition against the interfering with the free exercise of religion and how that actually plays out in our real life. And I said, go no further than the COVID pandemic and the efforts by a lot of states to basically stop the free exercise of religion by restricting even the ability to go worship.
Well, they did. It's not even tried. They did.
Yeah. Well, some of those got challenged, and actually the courts overturned those prohibitions, which was encouraging.
Yes.
But how many people can go into a house of worship? How you can't sing, and there were some substantial kind of draconian measures taken. But so anyway, I think it's important for people to see the Constitution in terms of how does this affect my real life? And
Good point.
I think one of the interesting things I took out of the CPAC convention last week was the top 3 issues for that group was first, election integrity, which is no surprise. Second was the Constitution and making sure it was protected. And then third was border security. But in my lifetime, I don't remember ever that percolating to the top of what people cared about.
One of the things that in the people that I discuss and talk with about, and you were discussing the Constitution being number 2 in the topic of discussion, the ones that I'm involved with, the most important thing is the Constitution is not there to restrict the people. The Constitution is there to restrict the government.
Exactly.
Good point.
That's exactly right.
Hold that thought. I'm running late on breaks. It's coming up on 7:52. I got one more set of breaks to get in there. Commercial. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Benny with Ammo Dump.
At Ammo Dump, they carry new and used firearms, large supply of shotguns, rifles, and handguns. Ammo Dump will buy, sell, or trade in your item and can special order whatever you like. They also have knives, scopes, ammo of any caliber, and provide gun cleaning and restoration. Call them today for the best competitive pricing around.
If I don't have it or can't get it because they don't make it, come and see us.
That's Ammo Dump, located next to Woodman's Package in Norfolk.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home. Get the only mower with suspension technology at Mower Warehouse in Mountain Home, where they accept mower trade-ins, have flexible financing options, and services all brands and models. That's Mower Warehouse, located on Buzzard Roost in Mountain Home.
$7:54, finish out the program. The Honorable Judge Gunnar DeLay, Sebastian County Court Judge, also candidate for Arkansas State Supreme Court. And I'm anxious for you to get on the court. That'd give us 5 good conservative judges.
I think that's right. I know that Chris Carnahan is running for one of the positions. He is a district judge in Faulkner County.
Mhm.
I don't know if you've met him. And
That's it.
Okay. Well, I'm sure he'll make his way
They'll
up
work
here.
their way around.
I know that Justice Robin Wood is seeking re-election.
She's a good friend.
And at this point, I don't believe there's an announced opponent. Robin Wynn is Mr. Carnahan's opponent, and I'm running against Justice Karen Baker.
How many justices are there?
There are 7 in the
Seven
state
in
of
the
Arkansas.
state, yeah.
Yes.
But what a thrill to be able. I've been down to the swearing-in ceremonies twice. What a thrill! It's. I mean, just to be invited is an honor. But to sit there on the floor was with John Dan Kemp, Chief Justice, and Associate Justice Son Womack. And of course, there was overflow seating. It was set with Secretary of Education, Secretary of State, and some other folks. What a thrill it was! And that Supreme Court building. It's so
Just to walk in there. Yeah,
it's so
exactly.
impressive. I mean, wow! I've still got pictures from it. It's so cool.
That's where I was sworn in after passing the bar, and of course I've argued cases in the Supreme Court before as well too. But it is a very majestic courtroom. It's very modern. It doesn't really match the rest of the architecture of the Capitol complex, but it's a very neat building, and yes, it's a great venue for occasions like that.
When you say you have an opponent, is there a limit to how many people can run for that spot?
There is not, and we were talking about this on air. The election for the courts takes place during the primary.
Right. Correct.
And if you have a multi-person race and the leading candidate does not get 51%, then there's a runoff, and then the top 2 go to November. So sometimes that happens. I know locally we had a 3-person circuit judge race, and they didn't get it decided in May, and they had to go all the way to November to get it signed.
So it's not a special election. It goes back to the general election.
It goes back to the
Okay.
general.
Right.
Kind of a unique scenario.
Yeah.
But
Wow. Well, I'm going to publicly endorse Judge Gunnar DeLay for Supreme Court, be my choice. And tell you what, looking forward to being on that court.
Well, I appreciate it, and we plan on being up here more, and hopefully
give us a
that you'll
call,
have
we'll
me
get you in.
back the
we'll
closer
get
we
you.
get to the election. But
We'll get you over to the Republican. I'm on the Republican committee in Marion County, and we'll take care of that on our end too.
I think
As
you're
well
going to
as
be getting a
Baxter.
call from
Baxter
State
will
Rep
be
Nelda
working
Speaks
some stuff over here as well.
pretty soon too.
Well, I saw her and Benny at a function the other night. It is wonderful to see faces that you've known for many decades, and they're still active, and it looks like they're doing great work still up here. So
They really are. They sure are. We're heading out to Brenda's Cafe east of Mountain Home. If you want to stop by and meet the Honorable Judge Gunnar DeLay, going to be running for Supreme Court. We're going to be out at Brenda's here, be somewhere around 8:20 to 8:30 for breakfast, and love to have people stop by and say, hey, have a cup of coffee and meet the candidate. Bruce, Bob, what else? We got about 2.5 minutes.
No, just we're glad you came up, and it's good to
Yeah,
let
I
people
wanna-
know so that people can make informed decisions. That's the important part of the whole
all
deal.
the way from Fort
being
Smith
able
to
to
be here. Now, we could have called it in. We could have done a VMix call in, but I told the judge, I said, people notice when you care enough to come see
sure,
them. Sure. So, and I compliment you on doing that. It's not an easy drive from Fort Smith.
well, it's not, but it's 10 degrees cooler than it is back at home, so that did not hurt.
I like Fort Smith. It's nice.
I appreciate your coming over and doing this. The only thing that and I don't know how it would relate to Supreme Court anything as far as that goes, but Arkansas is a blue collar state. You go from border to border, top to bottom, and we're a blue collar state. Maybe Benton County is not. That's a horse
There's
of a
still a lot
different
of
color
blue-collar
over
people
there.
there.
There is,
Mm-hmm.
but we're working class people, and I think you represent us very well, and I appreciate you coming over. Thank you, sir.
Well, thank you.
Yep. Yeah, it means a lot, to come on over. Bob, final thought?
No, we just like I said.
All right, you're going to be seeing the Honorable Judge Gunnar DeLay candidate. Let's pull it back up on Facebook here and check out the website. I like this. Ask Gunnar DeLay for Supreme Court. You can ask questions. You can hit this right here. Can you tell me more about yourself, background, and this will be updated probably on a daily basis?
Well, and let me get a real quick plug in. We are going to have a live event, I think on Saturday, June the 25th at 4 p.m.
Okay.
And it's kind of an Ask the Candidate type forum.
Can't be June. July?
It's in July. Yeah,
July.
it's like
July 24th.
Okay, July
the
24th.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Saturday,
And-
July 24th, yeah.
Yep. And so people have the opportunity to hop on, ask questions, and
That's excellent.
Cool.
We just want to give open access to everything.
The Honorable Judge Gunnar DeLay, State Supreme Court. Be sure to vote next May for that. We've got to run. We've got to run to breakfast. We're out of time. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.